Show you what's going on with the big black track a little bit. I have it running all the way around continuously on one of the lanes right now, and I'm going to work my way through, do each lane. I have an oxygen chip going on with it, and I'm just going to go on live for a few minutes here and let you guys see what's been going on. Let me turn it around. There it is. Find the buttons. There we go. All right. So we got the big black track running. Got it on with the oxygen chip. Track's got really nice flow to it, and it'll get smoother. I got to work my way through all the lanes, and I got to go through and Stella's having fun out here and work through all. But I wanted to show everybody that the one lane is running all the way around completely now, and it's got I got all the jumpers on. There's 8 jumpers in the sections all the way around. We got some more wiring we got to do to get a little bid better consistency on the voltage. This magnetic braid that's on it does. It loses a little bit of, what'd you call it, consistency as it goes through the braid. It's not as good as a copper braid, but it does have magnetism this way, so that's kind of fun. So we want to run mag cars, we can run Magnus. Magless, it'll run. Oop, that time I messed up. Hold on, kicked it right out. Tires are probably getting dirty, the track's not clean or nothing. Let me run down here. Hey, MB Auto, how you doing tonight? Just a quick through, yeah, you can see all the dust on the track. So the car's not doing too bad with all that dust. But we got just the one lane I went through and I got all the lanes wired kind of, but I want to get them a little bit more testing done to make sure I get consistency on the voltage all the way around. I got 8 jumpers going. Sorry if I'm getting a little sick. Get back here and see what's going on. Got the oxygen chip with the MPC3 controller. Show you it looks like a little bit from this is ground level here, what we're looking at. Oop. On a roll tonight. Was running real good. I just did a Facebook video of it. Oh, I see, I got stuck in between here. Definitely gotta have grabbers everywhere. The bridge isn't set up yet either, that's not helping none. Just temporary under there, but it's running pretty good out here now. First lane testing, and it's making a complete loop. I know I've showed it before, but I haven't had it all the way around yet. Now it's going all the way around, completing the course. I'll get up top, you guys can get a little better view of it now. I did a Facebook video under John Erdman there if you guys wanted to see that. It'll be fun, MB. A lot of fun. And the magnetic braid loses a little bit of consistency in the wiring for the, can't show the HO track. We want to do a surprise on that one. The consistency in the wiring with this braided track on the new style of braid doesn't stay as good as the regular copper braid that you have on the big blue track over there. But we are making it all the way around with it for the first time, so that's kind of fun to show that. I went around before, but I had to stop and pick it up because it wasn't making it all the way around. Now I have jumpers, 8 jumpers all the way around the track. And then I'm probably going to run some more jumpers to get better consistency yet. There might be a lot of jumpers when I get done. Stella is chasing around a lot. She's tired now. She's been out here for a few minutes running. But it is nice to see at least one lane completely going around. And with the oxygen chip, we can sit up in the balcony and race from up here, which is kind of cool. And I'll have driver stations set up for the regular driver stations here. Let's see what it's doing a little bit. I think it ended up being like 115, 120 feet running length on what I just measured out real easily, right around there. Looks bigger than that because it looks bigger than my blue track sometimes when I look at it, but blue track's I think 135 feet over there. I haven't measured every lane either, so anywhere from 115 I'd say to 125 feet. Yeah, it looks big though. But it's got real nice flow. The curves are really nice in it. So we'll get some good times out of it when we get running. And it is magnetic braid. So it can be either run magnetic or non-magnetic, obviously. Like I said, I had some wiring issues working through the wiring kinks on it all with all the jumpers and everything like that. But with the oxygen chip, it is nice to be able to test each lane before I actually hook up all the lap counters and stuff like that and the computer board. I can test it with just the car, 12 volts, and the SPC3 controller. I think that works out pretty cool. So anybody wants to do testing on an analog track without having all their controllers set up, they can use a oxygen chip in a car with the SPC3 controller like this. And you could just put a 12-volt power supply on one of your lanes, and you can test each lane individually until you get it set up, and then go through and hook it up rather than have to hook everything up and find out you're not right. So I hope that helps somebody besides just me. But she's running pretty good around there. We got a little sneak corner of the HO track coming into play there. Not going to show you because that's going to be a surprise. James has been working. He's from the HO club up here in Michigan. He's been working on that track for the past 3 days, 10 hours a day at least on it, getting it set up and getting it all. It'll be perfect when he gets done. So we'll do a live video on that when he gets ready to. I'm not going to do it until we do it then. A little surprise on that one. That'll be a fun HO track. It's pretty big too. For HO, it's huge actually. It was built in the 80s and he went through and redid everything on it, make it exactly the same it was in the 80s again. So that'll be fun to run around with. And then I said, it's been a lot of stuff going on at work, so I haven't posted a lot of videos. Sorry about that, guys. Just been working out here. I get up at 3 a.m. and tinker out here for an hour or two, and then I go to work, and then I come back, and like right now I'm exhausted, so I'll be going to bed shortly probably. Stella's even tired. She ain't even chasing now. She's sitting down. The track's really good. It's gonna have some fun times. Well, once we get her up and running and get all the kinks out of it. Because she was a lot of work to get this far. I think this was more work than my big blue track when I did that one over there. I think that was less work than this one was. It was hard because the big 4x8 sheets, if you see them there, I'll show you here. So if you look, you can see the lines in between. Each 4x8 sheet has to match up perfectly. And then you have to pull them all together tight against the braids on all corners that you're putting it together at. Whereas that one, it meets in each corner, each piece is its own piece. You don't have to match it up with the piece that's in the middle like this. So this ends up being one giant table, which is kind of, hey Chris, how you doing? But the good part is you have a lot of solid center. And I was talking with Vince the other day, and we got thinking about it. So we're gonna I was thinking about ordering a track into this one so that was 2 lanes of the 6 lane was digital, but we thought about it and I said, you know what? I got enough space in the center of this thing that I can follow this track all the way around and get close to it and follow it with a plastic track on the inside lanes and make almost the exact same layout with a plastic track in there so we can run 2 lanes digital on the inside of this track after. So that'll be down the line, maybe next year, but I will have a digital track in here, probably almost the same size as this track when we get done, because I can run it around the inside, turn around, come back around, come back out, go back around. It'll be 3/4 of the size of this track at least. Plastic one should be able to. But it is flowing nice. See some cars running. I said, it's just the 1 lane's all I got it completed tonight. And she loves chasing the cars on this track. I don't know why. She don't care what car it is on this track. She's particular on the other track. She only chases the 1 car. Guys got any questions? The wiring's been a lot of work. A lot of jumpers when you're looking that far away and putting jumpers on every lane. 8 sections so far I've had to put jumpers on to get a good consistency. And I still haven't got a full-on consistency in the power lines going from section to section like I want it. And some of the joints are they're not real tight in it. So I got to put some stuff in them and make them so that the braid's tighter. But just want to show a few people what was going on with it tonight. I'm not going to stay on long, keep you guys. It's Thursday night. Hope everybody has a good weekend. appreciate you all coming on for a couple minutes with me and just showing you. I said, anybody wants to come out and run it, we'll have it up and running. Hopefully for the winter time, we'll be looking pretty good. We're trying to get ready for a couple of big events we want to do with the HO group and stuff. And it's different things like that. I said, it's about this, the black track's about 115 to 120 feet, right around there, the length of it is. MB was asking. Oh. And there's the other test track we got here to play around with later. And a little sneak peek, just the corner I'm showing you, the HO track. That's the corner of it that James has been working on. It's a vintage from the 1980s, set up just like it was when it ran the Nationals in the 1984 Nationals. They ran an HO on that track. And then the big track back there. And it's kind of a mess in here. I just ain't had time working on this track when I get a chance. And we've been working a lot at work. So it's been, thanks, Chris, appreciate that. More than welcome to come up anytime. Just, like I said, working through everything, trying to get the kinks out of it and get it set up. Been pretty good in here this summer. It's been so hot. It's been 72, 73 degrees, 74 degrees. I think it's got as high as 77 degrees in here this summer. Even when them 100-degree days were here, it didn't do too bad. I don't have the central air hooked up. I got the stuff for it. I just haven't got it all hooked up yet. That'll make the barn a lot more comfortable and keep the humidity more balanced in here too. And the electric bill shouldn't be as high when we're running the central air. It's a little more efficient than a window air conditioner running. But still got a lot of work to do. Everything from the walls are not organized. They're just kind of haphazardly thrown up there for now. They were until we get time with the tracks done and get everything organized, and then restart on all the walls and put everything up the way I want it to look nice when it gets done. I don't know if you guys can see that sign right there has a tree on it. I put 2D batteries in that over 6 months ago now. And that light's still flashing on that. The whole tree flashes through. I thought it'd be dead in a couple weeks, and it still flashes. You can just see it start to flash right there. I'll zoom in. That was kind of interesting, to me anyways. That right there, see the Christmas tree? That's been running consistently on 2D batteries for almost 6-8 months now it's been running. I thought it'd be dead in weeks. Something kind of cool. So if you ever have LEDs, they do run for a long time on 2D batteries. Then you see the fans up here. There's just box fans. I got the idea of a guy on the internet. Box fans. Took the grate off the bottom, put license plates around them, made them into ceiling fans. And they kick a lot of air around. So, all right, guys. Chris, appreciate you coming on. MB and everybody else that came on for a few minutes there. Have a good night. Enjoy your weekends. We'll see you soon. I'll try and get a little more videos out once in a while. Take care.